gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Wake up, Mr. Webb! Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Wake up, Mr. Webb! Turn down for what?
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what this is. Another episode of Leigh-Ality TV right here with your boy, Mr. Wild West, sitting with my hometown homeboy, Mr. Tommy Tom. What you doing, brother?
You know it.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody?
What are you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me out.
I hit him up, and I was like, Tommy, how you feel like co-hosting this weekend? Fuck yeah, man. Nobody responded to a text message fast and fast. I mean, except when I draw them dick pics out inappropriately. You know, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
That was the second text I got.
Yeah, all right. I thought so.
I think that was the wrong one. No, man, absolutely. You know, like I said to you, I'm always down to come and help, support,
awesome.
whatever. So, yeah, here I am.
Time, the man. We had an awesome time. A couple weeks ago back at Felt Billiards. What date was that? Anyway,
The 7th?
Yeah. November 7th. That's right.
That's insane to me, by the way, because it's November 7th. What's today, the 19th?
Yeah, it's
20th, I'm sorry.
The month is already over.
A month to Christmas.
35 days, Christmas will be over. Yes.
Right back to the
But, yeah, we had a good time. Tom tore it down on that guitar. If you remember, he was here a couple weeks back with us. And he's a really talented musician since then. He's been doing some stuff with the boss over here. And, you know, it's cool. It's really, really, really cool. Yeah, we do the networking and the love, and we share and we spread.
That's what it's about, man. Supporting the scene and everything.
So you gotta network, and you gotta fucking don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. If I could give one piece of advice to the comedy world, entertainment world, don't be a dick.
Don't be as much of don't be the biggest dick. Figuratively, of course.
Well, yeah, I mean you gotta be a little bit of a dick, because otherwise you're not funny, or you're a pushover or whatever.
Very true.
Tommy, what'd you do last weekend, my brother? How was your weekend?
My weekend was okay, man. You know, just working on some new material for the album.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've been, like you said,
The fall remembered?
That's full familiar, very close.
Fall familiar?
Remembered half of it. But been like you said, working with the boss, LA, on some things. We got a lot of big things happening. Strong Island Rocks. And,
Excellent.
I can't wait for everybody to start to get a taste of it, because I think it's gonna make it's gonna make some waves out here on the island.
That's what we need to do, man. Right by the ocean. Let's make some waves.
Exactly.
Like it's splash.
It's freezing out.
My weekend started on Thursday.
Did it?
After here, at the last week's Leigh-Ality TV, I went to the Emporium. Shout out to Patty Dodge for the hookup. I went out to the Emporium to go see Little John.
Oh, turned down for what?
Yeah, turned down for what? Apparently, I need to turn down for work. Because, me and my nigga Jamie,
that's crazy.
Shout out Class A Talent. Me and my nigga Jamie, we didn't get home till 3 in the morning, bro.
Oh, the missus must have been thrilled.
Oh, she loved it. And so, like, what happened was, like, it was late. I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm shit-faced. They ain't even starting yet. The DJ was terrible. There's nobody performing yet. Like, put on some opening acts.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. What time did you get there?
I got there for about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock on Thursday?
On a Thursday, yeah. Yeah. Well, because, like, I leave here.
No.
And then I got there, So, yeah. So, I got there like 10 o'clock. We didn't get it. I'm like, it's like 12:30 or something. Like, the fuck out of here. And then we stopped on the way home somewhere else and kept drinking. Bro, that was a great idea.
It always, usually is. Just you got to keep it rolling. You weren't driving, right? You weren't the designated driver?
No. Hell no. I told that nigga to sleep on my couch, too.
Oh,
like, yo, son, sleep on the couch.
No, yeah, that's
but yeah, it was cool. So then, Friday. So then, needless to say, Friday, from like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I slept.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
And then, Saturday, I had some family business in the morning. But then after that, I went out for a couple glasses of wine in the town with the lady, and I park in the same freaking parking lot every time I'm there. And this time I just happened to look across the Montauk Highway, and there's a sign, and there was a sign for vineyards. It was like vineyards that way, right in Sayville. I'm like, what is?
Oh yeah.
What is this going on here? And He's like, just follow the signs. Let's go have an adventure. Follow the signs. We go follow the signs, bro. Down in the woods, bro. Like, you just keep going into the woods. You follow the signs. The signs get like this big. You know, it's like handwritten on a magic marker with an index card. And it's like, all right. Well, there's two of us. Chance of us both getting axe murdered is kind of rough. You know, so we were going and bro, it was some real like wrong turn 2 shit.
Last house
Like,
on the right.
And
in the middle of nowhere.
we get there and it's a shack, a real like axe murderer shack in the middle of the woods with an open sign.
Open for what? Murder?
Open, right? So like we're like, oh, let's find the door. It says open, and then you finally see like a couple of rows of grapes and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay. And bro, it's a shack in the middle of the woods. A wood burning stove, a bar in there. The girls, the great granddaughter of the dude who built the house is serving us the wine. You know what I mean? Like it was really like
It's like a cross between The Shining and like Moonshiners or something.
yes, the
All right, well,
Moonshiners.
the Moonshiners.
Moonshining.
Moonshining. There it is.
Yes. Awesome. All right, so we got an awesome guest in here to see new with us. We got Mr. John Consoli. We're gonna be bringing him over in a couple minutes. And he's a comedian from all over the island. He hangs out with me sometimes when I have the opportunity. I remember the first time I ever saw him. We'll talk about that. That was pretty funny because he showed his age. And the first time I didn't think he was that old. But we'll get to that.
The first time I saw him was about 15 minutes ago.
That was
It was
first and last.
It was right there, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring over Mr. John Consoli.
Yay!
Yay! Oh yeah, we gotta give him 4, right? 4.
4 what?
4.
4.
4.
Don't be a dick.
All right, so sit in the right seat, right?
In the right seat?
You're right, not my right. You're right.
Over there?
Yeah,
The military right?
To the
no, the
left.
stage right.
Stage
Oh,
right.
that is stage right.
Oh.
There you go. Perfect. Look at
There
that.
it is, man. What's going on?
Look, there we go. John Consoli.
Lee.
Hey,
Tommy
John.
Tom.
Thanks for coming
What's
over,
happening?
bro.
Tommy Tom,
Yeah,
what's up,
scooch
man?
in a little bit because you're
What's
not
up?
in the shop.
Now I'm in the
There he is. John Consoli, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on?
What's going on, man? I got a cup of that Sayville Vino.
Nectar
Yeah, is that the
gods.
one you got?
No,
No,
man.
that's not
Wash
it.
my car with that shit.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible wine.
Yeah, of
Just-
course, man. But you
Turpentine.
gotta applaud the effort, right? Making wine.
Yeah, I was like, and then because I was telling somebody about like a little, oh, you know those little hole in the walls? It was probably the best wine you ever had, right? And I was like,
No, man.
no.
Here's the problem. They watched too many episodes of Breaking Bad and thought that they could, just because they know how to make meth, they could make regular wine.
Absolutely right. In a camper in the woods.
Yeah. The
Exactly.
Crystal Palace.
Man.
I lived in a camper in the woods, but
Somebody. Sorry, folks. Little.
Wow.
4.
Keep
4
4
down.
down.
Yeah, straight up. That's where it was.
That's what she said.
Okay, I'm good.
Check it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I must
Cool.
have had it a little higher. Yeah,
Wow,
a little
that's
closer.
crazy
There you
shit.
go. Hey,
Okay.
what's up, guys? Sorry about that. Yeah, we're
Nice.
here now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gaining viewers. I thought that would have.
We scared everybody away, yeah,
That's
all
the
right.
secret. Squeal. I'm gonna do that myself, man.
Fantastic.
Feedback.
Excellent.
Like
you were
George
good.
Gallo. Fucking feedback.
John Consoli, tell the people who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm, what do I do? John Consoli. Apparently, I'm older than you guys thought I was.
Yeah.
So check this out, though, and I knew it was going to be edgy.
Tell
so
the people
so
over there
I,
looking at screen.
I didn't shave for this
Oh.
shit. Man, 'cause I knew,
Little
I knew
gruff.
there was going to be here. But my name's John Consoli. I'm a comedian from Long Island. Grew up. This freaks me out. But where the studio is, I grew up like 800 feet from here.
Yeah,
In originally when I was a little kid in Massapequa, and then moved to Wantagh, and now I'm out in Islip.
That's great.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Full
yeah, it's
circle.
good.
Huh?
A real
Yeah,
Long
it's-
Island
it's
man
great.
right
Yeah,
there,
Long
the whole
Island.
thing. man.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool, man. How long you been doing comedy?
It's, I guess this is my 4th year doing it seriously.
Okay, yeah, I'm in
Serious.
my
About the same
fourth
as
year
you,
also.
man. Yeah.
Yep.
We met you for you. We were both first getting started, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
man.
must be because it was a
Back in the day.
while ago. When I saw you was at a shout out to Alan S. At Alan's Finn's Pub, Mike, and
Finn's Pub. Wow.
and you were getting ready for this thing for the vets.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a show for the vets. I'm a former Marine.
Okay.
Oh,
So
thank you very
is that
much
me
for
again?
your service.
Fucking-
Yeah, appreciate
thanks,
you,
man. No,
man.
it was an honor, and I remember that, man. I was videotaping that set.
Yeah,
and,
well, yeah.
yeah, and I was talking about shit, and you guys were like, "Oh, fucking
$20? $20? I remember the whole thing. And I was like, who is that Just for Men guy? Who is that? Because you must have like just did it, you know?
I did, man.
I was like, who is that Just for Men
Dipping
guy?
your head in an inkwell.
You know what, man? My hair started going gray when I was like 30, which is a while ago, and I started. This is a young man's game. So
Right,
I
absolutely.
started dyeing. This is actually a Just for Men Auto Stop T55 darkest brown, which is good shit. It works great on the top, man. When my beard grows in, I look like a fucking panda.
That's awesome, man.
Which ain't bad.
How would you describe yourself to the people in 3 words?
Oh, in 3 words. Short, fat, and smart.
I like that. a little cocky on a fat. No,
Don't be a dick.
no, exactly.
That's the rule.
You
The golden
go-
rule. Just
don't
show up.
be-
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
That's all it's about.
So I just one thing I just
Good.
to say thank you again for your service as a
Absolutely.
Marine.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate our
Applause
troops.
button.
Big shout out to all of them.
Absolutely.
Word.
What you said you were a Marine, right?
Yeah, man.
Were you in any conflicts or?
Yeah, man. I served in the bloody Battle of Grenada,
Wow.
which was that lasted about as long as this show. And it was funny, man. We did an amphibious landing, and in Grenada, and so the guys were on the boat, and we're all thinking, lock and load. We're finally getting into shit, and I wasn't that long out of boot camp, and the ramp came down, and we hit the water, and it was a CNN film crew
Oh man.
on the
Holy
beach,
shit.
on the beach, filming
Yeah.
us. So, like CNN was there
running
first.
up on you, like
No,
running
yeah,
up
and
on
they were
you?
like, you know what, that was really good. Can you guys go back and do that shit again?
Can you do it too?
It's so fucked up, man.
Wow.
That's
That's crazy.
I saw the advisory thing. It's okay to drop the F-bomb on here?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
But, so I did that. And then the cool thing was that, or for me, the coolest part of my Marine Corps career, actually, I was a Marine Corps drill instructor.
Oh man.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like
Full metal jacket.
Full metal
Yeah.
jacket,
And
man.
were you calling
That's
people maggots?
Yeah, selectively, because some of those fuckers are big.
You
But,
knew
yeah.
how far you could take it.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta know your limitations. But,
Absolutely.
yeah, so that was a good thing. And
Nice.
what's really cool is that I'm fortunate that the comedy thing is kind of taken off for me. Okay, and I travel a lot. Right? I do a lot of stuff on the road because I can't get booked on Long Island, except for at Felt Billiards, bro.
Hey, yo, man.
But,
There's booking who won't book. you
And
know.
what's really cool is that when I travel, I think probably half a dozen times now I'll do a comedy show and come off stage, and some guy comes up to me, and it's a Marine that I trained.
Wow.
No
Who
shit.
who
That's
saw that I was gonna.
cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's really
Very
cool.
cool. Yeah, it's
Well,
neat.
you thank you very much again for your service. And if
Absolutely.
there's anything that we can do, I don't know if you do anything with the vets, Wounded Warrior.
You know what's really
stuff,
cool,
or-
man? You know Brian Kataya, right? Remember Brian?
Yeah.
So Brian has been he took a little time off from comedy, but he called me tonight, and he's got this thing going on that we're going to start. Actually, not we. I'm just. He called me and asked if I would help.
Tagging
And
along.
well, what's going to happen is that he set up this thing to help military guys who are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan and have PTSD, and he's going to take a dozen of these guys, and we're going to teach them how to do stand-up.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll be starting in January, and then there's going to be
I'd
a.
absolutely love to be involved. in that.
Yeah, man, and then there's going to be a show. I think we're shooting like for the middle of March here on the island, and we're going to put these guys up and let them do their thing.
Wow,
That's
that's
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
That's such a.
Yeah.
You know, I feel awful because I'm sure you know it firsthand. These guys come back from conflict, and it's just the support isn't there. And
You know what, Tom? I can't even imagine what it's like for them because for me, like I said, I made light of the Grenada thing, but that was nowhere near. It really was. I was there for like 48 hours, but for me, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I was a drill instructor on Paris Island, which in the Marine Corps, that's your god, right? You're wearing that hat, and you guys have seen the movies, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm doing that, and I actually left the service and came back to Long Island. So one day I'm drill instructor Sergeant Consoli,
And then
and the next
nobody.
day I'm just some schmuck looking for a job.
Yeah.
And just trying to deal with that was. So I can't imagine what it's like for these guys. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy shit.
That's awesome. But yeah, like Lee said, I definitely extend myself to that.
Yeah.
Anything that I can do,
Thank you,
can
man.
do. Definitely want to help
Absolutely.
our
Thanks.
guys coming.
Appreciate
home.
that.
Yes.
So that's the thing. So we're chatting before, man. I got want to get a plug in for my book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do the book. Yeah.
Yeah, so
John Consoli got a book.
Yeah, I got a book. It's on Amazon. It's called "You Don't Get to Wear That," and it's on Amazon now in both Kindle e-edition, and they picked it up and actually published a paperback, which I'm excited about.
Congratulations about that, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks. And it's doing really well. People are buying it, and at first, publishing, Tommy, we were talking, and
Yeah.
at first there's a rush, like people go, wow, John wrote a book we didn't know he could write, and
Yeah.
so they buy it just for the novelty value. But now there's people, people I don't know are buying my book and reviewing
Yeah,
it.
that's
Paying
cool.
money to people you don't even know or
Which
have
is-
to coerce to buy it.
which is really cool. And what's really almost Twilight Zone about it is there's a chapter in there called Granada. And Granada, not Grenada,
Right,
Granada. Grenada was a place that I went and fought for 48 hours. Granada was a beauty parlor that my mom owned that was like right down the block from here. Like right up. Like, yeah, and there's a story in there about that happened in this neighborhood where we are right now. So
Wow.
That's awesome.
yeah, it's kind of
Like you
crazy.
said, full circle, huh?
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
It's
really
crazy
cool.
shit.
People say it's a small world. I just say it's a small island.
Yeah, man. It is. I wouldn't want to paint it. But I'm pumped.
Shit. So 4 years, man. What is something that you wish you knew 4 years ago, just starting out, that you know now in your seasoned years of comedy?
Wow. There's a lot, man. There's, I think probably, as it's going to sound trite, but don't be a dick. That's really
Don't be a dick.
Show up. No, really, just show up. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Go home and don't be a dick.
Hey.
It's
No,
that's really,
he's absolutely right.
That
though.
easy.
well, of course you got to be funny, right?
Yeah.
You got to
Right.
be funny.
You gotta
and-
have a quality
So you just,
product.
don't, you just can't be
Yeah.
the biggest dick in the room.
Yeah. Well, if you were the biggest dick in the room, then you'd be the guy booking the room. But
Ah!
only kidding. I didn't mean that. If anybody,
He
any-
meant it.
any
No, but he
bookers
meant it
watching-
right from the
It's straight Leigh-Ality talk on Leigh-Ality TV.
No, man. You know what's crazy though about comedy is that what really blows my mind about the business side of comedy. They say show business, right? And the
That it
business,
They
the
say
business
it's a
side
business.
it's kind of weird to me that there's a lot of guys that book
Don't
comedy
conduct
shows,
business.
but they don't, man. They don't. They don't understand that it's a business.
I've been in business a very long time, and for myself, other aspect, management, my whole life.
Yep.
And to shift it towards entertainment is just another business.
It's business, man. You got to market yourself. You got to have a good product.
You know, I don't always conduct myself professionally,
Right.
but I do my business side of things, which is definitely marketing is a huge thing. Branding, networking, it's all.
Absolutely. It's
Absolutely,
it's,
100%
and it's a job. You got to invest in it, and what you put in, you get back out.
That's it.
You know.
I mean,
Pretty
that's
simple.
true. And I think the one thing that three of us have in common is we've started to pursue our entertainment careers later on.
Right.
Or after taking a sabbatical or what have you. Like I was like we were talking about before. I was just a regular. I was a writer and I was teaching pharmacy in a college, and then got the opportunity to actually come back and start doing something that I love. And it's like I don't think that. Despite everything that's happened over the course of the last few years and like the hard times and the struggle, like I don't think I would change it because it's given me the opportunity
It built
to come
us who we
right
are.
Here. Yeah, and
I have been realizing
tons-
a lot of that. Yeah.
you get tons of metal when it comes to that. You really
Absolutely.
can.
Absolutely.
That's definitely true, man. I didn't start doing comedy till actually it was a bucket list thing for me. On my right before I said, you know what, I'm going to get on stage before my 50th birthday, and I did.
Nice.
I did an open mic at the brokerage in Belmore right before my 50th birthday, and a lot of times I think to myself, wow, I wish I would have started. Like I have some buddies of mine who I work with now who started doing it back in the day, like in the 80s, like during the golden
when it
age.
was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I would have been dead.
Yeah.
I would have been
Oh,
dead. I would have been dead.
Absolutely.
So-
Sam Kinison was like a fag compared to love Sam. Don't mean that Sam was a fag, but I mean the whole drug and that booze
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean he was a genius, but I was a maniac back then. So things happen pretty much the way they're supposed to. I think.
I
Yeah.
fully
You know.
agree with you on
Like
that.
I didn't get into this thinking that one day I would be on Leigh-Ality TV. I mean, who the fuck?
Who
Right?
does?
You don't, man.
Right.
The shit just you work hard and stuff happens. It falls into
Oh,
place.
I didn't think I was gonna be Leigh-Ality. Shout out to G Wiz for the hookup, DJ G Wiz.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
That, seriously, the whole book thing, and then now it blows my mind. At this weekend, I'm going to be opening for a buddy of mine, Tom D'Addario. I don't know if you guys know Tom, but you guys out there, if you haven't seen Tom, one of the funniest dudes around, and I'll be opening for him at Brouhaha at the City Steam Brewery up in Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
And it blows my mind that I show up there and I get to hang out with a guy who's a buddy of mine, and then they give me a check. Like,
Yeah.
they pay you. What's better than that?
It don't get better than that, man. Enjoy what you're doing. You never work a day in your life.
Exactly. not a big, hopefully the checks get bigger, but the
Right.
You know this is a free show, right? This is gratis.
yeah, but I got this. He's paying me in wine, man. It's
There
all
it
good.
is.
That's it, man. And he brought his own wine. He knows how we do
Got
it
it all.
here on Leigh-Ality TV.
It's funny, man, because I was coming here with wine, and I said, man, I hope they don't think this is strange that I'm showing up with some wine, and then you had the whole thing set up.
I
Nice
got-
stock bar. ready to
I
go.
bring my little dollar store cups. They like come
I'm drinking
apart,
I'm
Yeah.
drinking in a red Solo cup.
He's got the red solo
Right
cups.
there.
So, dude, here's my favorite joke that's going around. Is that
Tell me.
It's not mine. This is just a street joke somebody told me, but I think it's funny, and it's topical in an unfortunate way for today. But this guy walks into a library, and he goes, "Hey, this is embarrassing, but I hear there's a self-help book out for men with small penises." And a librarian goes, "I don't think it's in yet." He goes, "That's the one."
I do like that. My favorite street joke of all time. Told me by my I call him my adopted grandfather. He's just this really a cool old guy, and I was like, "Hey, you're my new grandpa." And he goes, two guys walking down the street, see a dog licking his balls. First guy's like, "Man, I wish I could do that." Second guy's like, "Don't you think you should pet him first?" I love that one.
Few
So-
things are as funny as dog balls.
No,
Anyways,
and
That's just
like
funny.
dog balls get more and more rare. There's like not many dogs with balls.
Come
left.
on, man. It's going back to classic Carlin. Why do dogs lick their balls? Because they can.
'Cause they can.
Right.
Funny shit.
In your immediate home circle of life, who was most supportive of your idea to join into the entertainment industry, such as comedy? or
Wow. Well,
whatever?
supportive. There's three things that come to mind, man. Like you said grandfather. What I thought of is my mom's father, Papa Harry, used to call him. He was the funniest dude ever. So grew up listening to him, and I got a funny family. There's a lot of funny
Yeah.
people. But as you know, man, it's a different deal from being the funniest guy at the dinner table.
Absolutely.
They go, boom, here's a mic, and make these people. It's a
Absolutely.
different trip. But so that's where the inspiration came from. Supportive wise is my sister Christine, who was just when I first started, she was like, "I'm going to be your agent," and
Yeah.
she came to everything and became a #1 heckler.
Excellent.
And then I got to say, man, I have the best lady in the world. I think you've met my girl Sue, and Susan, man, those first couple of years came to every open mic, every show.
Nice.
And now she's selective of what
Right.
because I do a lot of stuff where you got to get out there and
You gotta hit
But,
the pavement.
She put her time in.
Yeah,
she did. You know what? Just
she put 'em in.
you know what's really cool though is that I'll say to her like tonight. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go hang with Lee and Tommy and do it." She's like, "Good, baby, have fun." There's no ball busting because
That's good.
that
That's
can get-
important, man. 'cause
Yeah.
it's a lot of hours out. You know
Oh,
what I
man,
mean?
and
a
not,
lot of late nights.
Not what time you're gonna be at home, and then you know that comedy is like girls are just flinging pussy at. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, ridiculous. You're like,
Get off me.
Yeah,
Right.
because comedy they drip for it.
You know what's really messed up though, man, is you talk to you listen to girls with this online dating shit. And what do you want most in a man? A sense of humor.
Yeah, he needs to be funny.
He needs to be
You
fun-
make me
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah. And I'll go. I'm the funniest guy in this fucking room tonight, and then nobody's looking at me, right?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't mean this room tonight. I
No,
mean,
no.
you know.
Overall,
yeah.
it's-
But you go in and you go, yeah, sense of humor, not so much. But,
Right.
But I'm not looking for it anyways. I got a great girl, and
That's great.
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, I like.
it's well, I was telling you, I went through a rough thing. I was with a beautiful lady for 20 years, and it didn't work out, and we got divorced. and-
Happens, man. It's the circle of life.
But
you know?
but good things come out of bad. Like we have two beautiful kids and this one
that's
other
nice.
and this one other kid.
Okay.
No, I have 3 kids. Michael, he's married himself, starting a family. My boy
Wow.
Michael.
Good.
My son is older than you guys, man. So
Get outta
my
here.
oldest boy Michael's 31. So
Oh, just barely.
Yeah. We're the same age.
so
Just
my-
about.
then I got Lauren, who's 22. She's going to be a nurse. And
Oh,
then,
yeah? She
then
got
my-
a number?
No, man. You know what? She's good looking too, man. You know Chris Davis.
Yeah.
Chris Davis, between my sister and my daughter, Davis just drives me nuts. And
What do you mean?
because they're both good looking, man. They don't look anything.
Oh, and he's trying to holler?
all the time. Like you said, can I get a number? And
Oh.
Chris is just.
I was just kidding.
I know, but I don't think he is. He's just a kid.
It's
So
all
did
crazy.
you started comedy after the divorce and everything?
Yeah, man. You know what?
All
Because
the material.
yeah, I do some stuff about but I do some stuff about the ex-wife, but I don't like to talk about it that much, man, because she's got this horrible skin condition. She's got like 150 pounds too much of it. Which is big. I'm kidding, man. That's just a
You're not kidding.
big.
Boy, oh boy.
Big, well, you don't always wind up with what you signed up for, right?
That's true.
It changes, but,
At least
Gotta
you
read
guys
a fine
settled
print.
already.
dude, I put on some pounds too, so it's it's
Yeah,
whatever.
it's it's age.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah. So I did start after the divorce, and it's done great things, man. It brings what's better than going out and making people laugh and
No, without a doubt.
doing what we do.
Yeah.
It's great. Just when you're dying inside and everybody else is laughing around
Well,
you.
that's what happened to me. I was just like in a state of tragedy, and I was like, hey, that looks fun.
Yeah, but
You
Leigh,
know?
what comedian have you met and talked to that just
That
said
hasn't.
life was great,
Oh,
everything's
Right.
I'm just
They're
happy
all
as shit.
miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all broken people, man.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that's
And
why
we're just trying to put everybody else back together. You know
exactly,
what
and
I
that's
mean?
why we gravitate to each other because
Yeah.
we're all twisted.
Fucked
and
up.
We are in stereo, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's all good
Yeah,
shit.
it's cool, man.
But it's been a ball. I'm having a good time with it, man.
That's great. Congratulations. I mean, you like you said, you're getting able. Lee and I talked about this the last time I was here about touring, and sleeping in the back of your pickup truck is
Yeah.
is the junior tour. But
Man, that's the thing, man, that you don't see. Like comedians, like you want to get booked in locally and build your chops, and then the thing is, let me go on the road, and there's no glamour. There's there is no glamour. Like it's just either in your car or Fleabag hotels, and there's some guys out there that are just road dogs that do it all the time. And I'm fortunate, like I started later in life, so I saved a little bit of money. So if I get a really shitty hotel, like I'll upgrade to Motel 6 for $70.
Right.
And it's an upgrade, dude.
No,
you know?
no, exactly. It's
you know.
not
the
the right
allowance
bad
was
shit.
$32 for the room, and
Yeah.
It's a lot of time in hotel. Tommy, I spent so much time in hotels, I can make an origami vagina out of a shower cap in like 10 seconds. It's like I will tear through that little bottle of hand lotion, man.
Those little bottles are too little.
Oh, and
though.
sometimes
It's
I got to use the conditioner. That's fucked up.
Oh,
It's
that's
messed up,
funny, man. That's
And
funny.
then the thing that trying to stay on a straight and narrow too, because the thing that comedy clubs will give you is that usually you drink free, right?
Yeah.
And I don't drink before I do my set, but afterwards I will imbibe a little bit, and then you wake up and you don't know. I get this blackout. When you get guys, you see, I don't know if it started yet. Like now, 1 day drinking, 3 day hangover. It's fucked up. And you forget,
Yeah.
you forget shit. You have this
Yup.
blackout stuff.
Terrible.
I can't
Wait,
even make it through the night half the time. I'll have one glass of
Oh,
whatever,
man.
and I'm gone.
dude, it tears your body up. And I peed five times last night. I got up 4 times last night.
In the middle of the night while you were sleeping. to
Yeah,
go pee.
peed 5, got up 4. You guys missed that. It was quick.
Oh, yeah, all right. I'm with
Right,
it. I'm back.
one time.
Yeah, it took me a second.
All right. I was doing good until then. Fucking boom. Into the shit. Thank you.
LA watched me not get it and then laughed at me not getting it. That's what happened.
And then you have the blackout stuff is scary on the road because, like, I'll wake up sometimes. And you know that feeling? You're like,
Oh, shit.
go, where am I? And who are you, sir?
You're not the same draft from last night.
Exactly. Like, I didn't order
That
that.
scarf doing on your neck all night.
Right. I didn't order that. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny.
Franks and beans. If
Nah.
you know what's really fucked up is that I before I came up I sent messages to my kids going tune in and watch this, and right now they're so hating me. I'm talking, your mom's not fat, she's beautiful. I love all 3 of you, and I do not know how to make
Yeah, that's
all right, maybe I could make an origami vagina if I had to.
All right.
There's gonna
just-
be some collateral damage. For
I mean, it might not be the prettiest vagina.
It might not be perfect, but it's for decorative purposes.
We're not going for pretty. We're going for penetration, right?
And it doesn't have to be deep. Just not.
Poor
not,
Johnny, oh roly.
Not
Let's
blessed.
we got a little clip that you did a while back.
Uh-oh.
How long ago was this?
What are we gonna look at? Chef Boy Oh Boy.
Boy, oh boy, yeah.
Man, Chef Boy Oh Boy was. I hadn't been doing this long, and then you know our boy Jimmy Britt, right?
Yeah,
So
I seen it was his YouTube shit.
Yeah, Jimmy Britt came up with this idea. He was doing these. He produced these variety shows, and he goes, "I got a character for you." And
Yeah.
He goes, "It's a chef, and he's Chef Boy Oh Boy." So I guess to answer your question, it's probably like 2.5, 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's not
And
that
yeah, it was
old.
like right
Yeah.
material for this character, and then I did it, and it did really well. Until here's the story to set up the clip. I thought it was really going to be like The Thing, right?
Right.
And then I got booked to do this restaurant show opening for Vic DiBitetto.
Okay.
Right? Before Vic hadn't blown it. Now, Vic's been doing this for 30 years, and he's one of the funniest guys around. It's a super nice guy, right? I had never met him before, and we're in this Italian restaurant, and so, I say hello, and then I go and I put the chef thing on and a mustache, and he goes to me, "The fuck is that?" So I go up and do the set, and he goes, "A little advice for you. Don't ever fucking do that again. Don't ever." So that was pretty much the death of the chef.
Words of wisdom from the.
That's where the
Vic,
chef died. Let's see where the chef lived. Let's check this out.
Why, children, you haven't eaten any of your food.
I don't like it. Me neither.
What's a mom to do?
Chef boy, oh boy!
Hey, what's go on here?
Chef boy, oh boy, these children haven't even touched their dinner.
What's the matter, you dinner?
It's bland. It's boring.
Dad not like your dinner.
It's you,
What am I
bitch.
supposed to do?
You gotta spice things up. You trying my sauce?
Or sauce? Oh, your sauce!
That's nice.
I still don't like that.
Shut up and eat your dinner. Hey, Mama, put the kids to bed. I'll show you my bonjour.
Tell me more about your sauce.
My sauce will make everything taste better. Like it is. And it is. And look at this. This too. And it is. Nice.
That's a cupcake.
How about this one? Phenomenal. This one too. And she's nice like it is.
Your sauce is a hit. Kids, don't forget to thank Chef Boy Oh Boy.
Grazie!
Prego.
Ah,
Thanks, man. So the mom, that's Gwendolyn Britt. That's Jimmy's wife.
Oh,
And,
okay.
she's awesome. And she's, total package. Great, great looking girl and funny as hell. And those are their kids, right? So
Oh, no shit.
the funny thing is that the little boy had no idea I was going to whack him with that lid.
Oh, yeah.
And so I hit him a real shot.
Yeah.
And he turned around and goes, "You dick." Which I think they should have left in, but I guess Jimmy edited it out. And we did that character for a while. We did I did a few shows at
I see. There was a
brokerage.
couple of the chef things on the YouTube.
Yep. And then there's one with me and another very funny friend of mine, Mike Keegan, who
Oh yeah.
We're actually-
he was the mom.
right,
Yeah.
he's the mom. He's he's in drag, and Keegan's a big boy. And then we do the Bella Notte thing with Kiss the Spaghetti from Lady and the Tramp, which he leaned in and actually fucking grabbed my.
He's always going for the cock.
Yeah, so we've been dating now for about 6 months.
He's
But I really thought that it's funny how you learn stuff. You say, what did you think? What do you know now? That I really thought, all bullshitting aside, that like that character was going to be something like, that I could do like a Dice Clay type thing. Like
Right.
I'm going to be the chef, or Bob Nelson,
Uh-huh.
who does all those characters. And then it really was Vic that snapped me out of it and goes,
Yeah.
"You're a funny guy. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Get rid of the
yeah,
mustache.
yeah.
Just do what you do."
Yeah, that is a real test to what you ultimately are, or how you are as an entertainer. When you see something, you grab onto it so tightly, and then to have to let it go and be able to and still be funny and be comfortable and confident, like it's everything. And I mean, just a
Sure.
little bit of time we've been going back and forth here. You can tell it. Not that it was a great clip, but great. It's definitely a good thing to move from.
Well,
too.
you know what? It becomes it becomes like a life raft or the safety blanket.
Yep.
Like the thing, right? We were talking. You're a guitar player, and have you ever seen like a guy like Clapton, who's had that guitar on for 50 years, and then they go, "Yeah, give me that shit, just sing." And he's like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
You know, what,
Grabbing himself and stuff.
exactly. So. It's,
Where am I?
right.
I'm right here.
He's doing the Macarena. Is it? Yeah. I'd like to have Clapton's problems, but
Oh man.
That's good. So we had Jimmy Britt here, and we showed a clip from his Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, and Laurie Palminteri and
Right.
Mick Thomas and all those.
What a-
everybody.
Unbelievable. And then how funny is Chris Roach in that, man?
Oh,
The prophet-
I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was too long,
Oh
but-
man, but
Yeah.
great. You know, there's so much
Absolutely.
talent on Long Island, and
that's what I'm saying.
there's so much talent.
That's
here,
why
man.
we're here right,
right.
now.
There
This
really
what
is,
I'm
like, you
doing
know-
is showing you all what we got to offer.
It's just there's incredible talent here, and it's. I'm frustrated for my friends because it's been a long time since somebody has broken from. Like, there's been a lot of musicians that have broken.
Yeah.
Not recently though. I guess.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But
A comedy, it's been a long time, man. It's
Yeah.
been a long time. You know, you got some guys like Vic, but
yeah.
30 years to be an overnight sensation. He's not really a Long Island guy, but from the Long Island clubs.
Yeah.
Then you got, guys like you were saying, Jimmy and Mick Thomas and Laurie Palminteri, Chris Roach. Joe
Laurie's
Di- you know.
popping. Laurie's doing things right
Yeah,
now.
Laurie's got some stuff going. I worked with her last weekend, man.
Where at?
Out in Center Moriches. It was a restaurant. There's a lot of restaurant shows going on.
A lot of
right
restaurant
now.
shows.
So, yeah.
That's
That
interesting.
brings me to my next question. How do you feel about the Long Island venue scene in general?
The Long Island comedy scene?
Yeah, like for the venue side of it.
Wow.
Tread lightly.
Time to be politically correct, right? You know what, man?
Not
It's
necessarily, man. Speak your mind.
well, dude.
bro.
You know what?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm frustrated by it, but I understand it because, like, for me, I'm a 52-year-old white guy, and I think I'm pretty funny. But what it's all about is going back to what we said before about business. If you don't put it there, those comedy clubs or any comedy clubs, not just here on Long Island, they're in business to put asses in seats.
Yeah.
And if you're not putting asses in seats, like
Right.
comedians always
It's a
gripe
business.
about the bringer shows. You always got to bring people. That's
Yeah.
the point.
That's your
if
job.
nobody's coming to see you, like I could be the funniest guy. I'm no false. I think I'm a very good comic.
As do I.
But if they put my name up on the marquee, you know who's coming to see me? Nobody.
Me, I'll come.
You guys will come, but
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. So it's about putting asses in seats. And the other thing is that the Long Island comedy clubs are trying to break the next comic, right? That's what they look to do,
Right.
and they're looking to younger guys. So
Right.
The odds of
You didn't do it yet.
you know, and then they look at a guy like me, and I'll tell you what, man, I did an audition set in the city last summer, and I won't name the club, but it's one of the hottest clubs in the city right now, and I got an audition set, and I had a great set, and I sat down with the guy that booked the room afterwards, and he said, great set, dude. I said, great, so I'll send you my availability. Or somebody goes, no, bro, I can't use you. I go, why can't you? He goes, you're a 52-year-old white, funny Italian guy. If I want that, I call Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't.
You
You
got a
feel
bunch of
bad,
those.
but you
Yeah.
understand. So you got to find your own thing, and
Right.
like you said before, you can't get booked. You grab a speaker and go do your own.
Book my own damn self.
Yeah.
And that's a double-edged sword too, man. Because what you do at Felt Billiards, that's a great show. Some of the ones, there's a lot of restaurant shows going on, and some of them are really good.
Right.
Some of them not so much.
Not so much.
And the risk we run, man, if you charge $50 for people to come in to see dinner and a comedy show, and you got 7 open mic comics up
right.
there,
Yeah, it's
and
not-
they all
yeah,
eat it,
You're not doing it. Yeah.
it's not helping comedy.
Nope.
Not at all.
It's
you're
not.
right.
There's no shortcut. You got to,
Right.
you got to do the time. So, how do I feel about the scene? Every comic watching this, and myself included, thinks that they should be booking me every week. We all think we should be getting booked. Here's a great joke for you, man. One of my comedy friends told me, how many comedians does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh, man.
10. 1 to climb the ladder, and 9 to say that should be me up there. Right? So we all feel that way, but they do it and then you hear that shit. They play favorites. Who doesn't? Everybody plays favorites.
Everybody plays favorites.
Everybody
That's-
plays favorites.
I'm not gonna lie. I do it as well. Even in my little pool spot. But it's mine.
You're
I'm
doing your
allowed
thing.
to play
You're doing your
favorites.
thing. And how about what George Gallo and Terry McNeely do? That is, the Road Rage Comedy
Yeah.
Tour, man, in bars. That is some funny shit. And I'll tell you what, those guys, if there's one thing in the past 18
Terry
months.
tore it down on November 7th in a pool hall.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They blow it up.
Oh my God.
They blow it up. And,
Yeah.
George Gallo, who's funnier than that fucking guy? And these guys are going into restaurants and bars all over the island. But the difference is people, and I'm fortunate that they use me a lot. And George Gallo and Terry McNeely have helped me. You go into one of those shows, man, you got to breathe through your ears, because if you stop, that crowd will tear. We did one in where's Riverhead, where by the jail is?
Yeah.
There's a place down there called Diggers. We did it like 4 weeks ago. We did a comedy show in there, and a black biker gang wrote. I forget what they're called, like the insane maniac fuckers.
Some really scary motorcycle.
Yeah, man, and
guys.
there's 20 of those guys staring, and we blew the place up. You know,
Nice.
we just
Very
it was
nice.
great. So, long answer to a short question.
No, it's all right though. That's all right.
Give a comedian a microphone.
Exactly. That's what. Look. We got a whole bunch of microphones here too. We're doing all right. We're
Yeah.
doing all right, man. That's cool. Tommy, you have another question for him? What do you?
You know, I did want to ask you, what are your plans as far as you talk about your book a little bit? What you want to get into that a little?
Well, the
more?
cool thing about the book is the book actually is came out of a one-man show that I wrote by the same name. The one-man show is called You Don't Get to Wear That. And here's an example of what can I do to be different, right? You know, I'm not going to be the funniest white Italian 50-year-old guy in New York. I'm just not. You got Vic and DePaulo and a dozen other guys that but my story, You Don't Get to Wear That, is my story.
Exactly.
And I put that on stage a couple of times. And so the story is, here's something. I grew up, I originally am from Massapequa and grew up in Wantagh. And in 6th grade, I met this dude named Al Romas. And Al and myself would like go back and forth for like who's the funniest kid in class. And then in junior high, Al moved away, and I didn't see him again for 30 years.
Wow.
And the next time I saw him is that I had gotten into comedy, and I started watching YouTube stuff, and I'm Googling shit, like comedians, and who pops up at Al Romas. He had been a comedian for 25 years.
Holy cow!
So
That's awesome.
So I emailed him, and he invited me to meet him in Atlantic City. He was doing a trop in Atlantic City. I drove out there. We had dinner. We had a great time. And then he goes, he got me a guest spot at the trop, and I did a couple of minutes there, and I did well. And he goes to me, hey, listen, when you feel like you got 30 minutes, I'll take you on the road to open for me. So I've been opening for Al now for about 2.5 years all over the country.
Holy cow!
And we were hanging out, you know, like I said, there is a lot of downtime during comedy. We work
Yeah.
30 minutes a night.
Yep.
And me and him were hanging out, smoking a cigar, drinking some wine.
Nice.
And he said, you know, we're in Florida, in St. Augustine, Florida. And he goes, catch me up. Like, what happened to John Consoli? And I started telling him my life story. And he said to me, holy shit. He goes, dude, that's a book, and that's a one-man show.
Very cool.
And so I wrote it. And
Nice.
that's what I'm doing right now. You know?
Nice.
Great. So you're doing the one man show.
I
too?
do the one-man show. I just did it at the Brokerage like 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to be doing it again in February at the Belmore Theater.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the book is extracted from the one man show. So it's the same story, just obviously writing something is different from putting it on stage. So and the story, just so you didn't ask, but I'll tell you since we're since I'm all about me.
Yeah,
But
of course.
the thing that makes the arc different of my life is that like my dad ran a business here in Massapequa, and then he fell in with some bad people, and when I was like 12 years old, my family wound up going into the Federal Witness Protection Program.
Serious?
And, yeah. So and we moved cross country, and the place that we picked that we wound up getting reassigned to was Arizona, and the way that my dad persuaded my mom like to leave because once you're gone, man, that's it, you're a
that's
ghost,
it.
And so the way he persuaded her to do that, he said, listen, we're going to go out there, house, white picket fence, no more fucking around, no more anything. And we were on Interstate 10 in Deming, New Mexico, and my mom was looking out the window, and just by coincidence, right, the way shit happens, right next to us was she looks out, there's my dad's girlfriend in a car next to us. So
The Gumont?
yeah, man. So that blew up. We came back to Long Island. The old man stayed there.
Instantly,
Yeah, right. So the old man stayed out there,
Wow.
and I didn't see him again. Like I went in the Marine Corps, all that stuff happens. I wind up working for a company that opens an office in Arizona, and we go into a place, and it's in this seedy neighborhood in town. And I'm in my office one day, and I hear bikes in the parking lot, and I look outside, and it's like a dozen Hell's Angels in the parking lot. and one of the guys go, hey, listen, this is their territory. They provide protection.
Yeah.
Right. So they come in, and who's one of the guys? My dad.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
Wow. So he's a federal witness who is now a Hell's Angel. That's
Yeah.
a book in and of itself.
And that's, when I got to that, and Al Roman said to me, he goes, you got to write that.
There it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't
Wow.
keep that to yourself.
Yeah, man. So, but it's not just that's just a small part of it. Well, it's a big part of it. The whole thing is about how my relationship with him impacts, everybody's dad. That impacts the way that you are as a husband, as a father. So really, besides the entertainment value, I'm hopeful, and the feedback I get from people who read it is that there's a message in there.
Yeah.
And the message is that the most important thing, whether you're in comedy or music or television or changing tires for a living, the most important influence in your life is the people who you let into your life and the people you spend
Real
time
talk.
with. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Real
I
talk.
totally agree with that.
So, and that's the message of the book.
That's great.
Yeah.
It really is.
Thanks.
That's awesome. And the name of that book again is?
You don't get to wear that.
And they can find that?
You can find out on Amazon.com.
Amazon.com.
Thanks, man.
You don't get to wear that like
Thanks,
a fat
man.
chick in a bikini.
Oh.
So what is we're just about out of time. What is your ultimate goal as far as what are you trying to do with this whole entertainment thing?
I'll tell you what, I think that my ultimate goal is really I would like to, within a few years, be able to totally flush my day job and do this entertainment thing full time and make a living at it. I love stand-up, man.
Yeah.
I love stand-up. I really think that if that does happen for me, I really think that it's going to come through the one-man show or the book for the reason that I said. I think I'm a good stand-up, and I'm really proud of what I've accomplished in a short time.
Absolutely.
But there's so many guys out there who are just, so competitive, and there's so many guys who are so good.
I think I take a different angle on the comedy world. I have a small background in adult films, so I play that angle. I keep it super hood. I'm a white kid from Bay Shore. So
but you are who you are, and that's why
I am. There's only one Mr. Motherfucking Lee West.
Which is cool.
And I think that's my angle. That's how I come out. I'm not the only. Unlike you, I don't have much like this. Who else do you know that's doing what I do? That, as you say, there's a bunch of 50-year-old Italian comics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Doing what they doing.
Yep. Yeah, I would say your profile is pretty much like you and Mo Diggs. That's it. That's an inside joke. That shit that I hate. But how you doing, Mo? If you're listening to this,
Mo Diggity, yeah, he checks it out once in a while. He's been
Yep.
here as well. Mo Diggs dubbed the pool hall the Church of Lee West, because we don't say hallelujah. All we say is holla, and I'm like holla. So real quick, I watch. We're all on Facebook and we're all doing the Facebook thing. One of my favorite things on Facebook is the memes, right? And all the what's the other word for memes? E-cards. E-cards, right? So I came across a ridiculously adorable picture of my girlfriend, baby daughter, and her cousin. And her cousin, she don't really know her. She met her like twice. The cousin lives in North Carolina. Right. They went down for a weekend, and here, check it out. Here's the picture, and I captioned it myself. Ready? My first meme ever. Look at the look on her little face. Look, right? It's like, and I said, when somebody you barely fucks with introduces you as their best friend. She's in the stripes, my little alley there. She's like, I'm not so sure about
How old are they? How old are they?
She's 3, and I'm guessing her cousin is about the same.
Wow, that's cool.
3 and about
3. 3 and somewhere, little tidy using Rugrats.
Wow.
That's cool, my brother. But yeah, that was thank you. That was the first meme I made. Already catching
cool.
static. Already catching static. That's offensive to the other little girl.
Man, can we please just stop with that whole offense? Oh, what's worse?
When I was a kid, time and time, when we were kids, tell them how I handled bullies when we was little kids, man.
Mr. Lee West did not care who, what, how, did
You
not
know, I
matter.
handle bullies. I handle
Dropping them like
bullies.
trees. That's it.
That's what I did.
And to his credit too, he always gave him the option to walk away.
I did.
None
You
of them
know,
were- nobody's smart enough to do that. But
no, everybody wants to be
that's
the
what
toughest
I-
guy in the room.
that's what I love about Lee is that he stands up for what he believes in, stands up for the people that
My brother.
are around him, and
Tommy talking
it.
real talk right there.
See, that's the thing, man, and that's one of the things I love best about the Marine Corps is that my brothers in the Marine Corps. That's what it was all about. It's if somebody
Word.
gets in your face, I don't want to do this, but if
Sure.
you do, don't let anything but fear and common sense stop you.
Yep.
yeah, no,
Right?
you're right.
Just
Yep.
My cousins were Marines, and they're identical twins, and it's just crazy.
They don't even
Two
gotta
identical
talk.
killing machines.
They don't even gotta talk. They can mental telepathy their way through some shit.
Right.
But that's it. That's our show right now. Is when I
Awesome.
give it up to the sponsors, and we're gonna go me big.
Thanks for having
Me
me. man.
big. John Consoli, you the man, my brother. All right, guys, this is what we do. This is Leigh-Ality TV. Miss Tommy Thomas, John
Mr. Lee
Consoli.
West.
Yes, we do this each and every Thursday, and I couldn't do it without the help of the beautiful lady behind the scenes, Miss Krista Branson with creatingmediasolutions.com for all your websites, all your web developing needs, your media, your Twitter, your Facebook, any of that you don't want to do. She does it all. My brother Bobby at Cage Refrigeration, KAGE Refrigeration for all your heating, cooling, refrigeration needs, 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. He's fixing your air conditioning, your refrigerator, your coolant lines, anything that keeps shit cold or warm.
It is, with it being 33 degrees today. I think,
It's a little
I
chilly
think
out
Cage is
there.
going to be doing some heat work
He's
soon.
working hard right now. We just got hit with this cold snap right here in Strong Island. Thank God we ain't up there in that Buffalo with that 7 feet of snow.
Oh my God.
Whew. I just shoot myself and then it'll be whatever. It's better than digging. I ain't digging all that
Yeah,
snow,
hell yeah, man.
son. And our newest sponsor, Schwertel Auto Body, wants you to know that you have the right as a citizen in this great state to choose your own repair shop. Nobody has to sit there and tell you. The insurance companies tell you, oh, here, go to this shop.
Yeah.
They're Geico authorized. They're this, they're that. No, you can go to any shop you want. And you got a local guy down the road from you. You like to deal with him. You like his smile. You like his handshake. You could do that. And Schwertel Auto Body in Hauppauge wants you to know that's your right as a citizen in Long Island.
Nice.
And whatever, we're giving it up to the day job just because it funds the dream.
Mhm.
Training Man Transmission for all your automotive services. You can call me anytime between 8 and, we'll say 5.
5-ish.
Ish. 864-1400. That's the 631 area code. Don't call any man. Call Training Man. That's it, Tommy. I appreciate you coming through. my
Oh,
brother.
thanks for having me.
Shit, man. John Consoli,
Yeah.
you're the man.
Thank you.
And that's it. That's me. That's LA over there.
Right on, the boss.
We'll get you guys next week. Y'all have a great week, man.
Peace
Safe
out,
travel.
y'all.
Oh, happy Turkey Day, man. We ain't gonna be here.
Is
Happy
it?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right, next week.
Next week. All right.
Thursday.
All right. See you guys later.
Peace.